that, yeah, she probably should have thought through it better, and she's admitted, I would have done things differently now. The difference between her and Trump is she's got that one thing that she then apologized for. I can guarantee you will never happen again. It was a lesson learned and a hard lesson learned. Trump has done numerous things, none of which he has apologized for. In fact, during the debate, she even gave him an open door opportunity to apologize for something and asked him to apologize. And he goes off on this rant about what he did and how he regrets it without ever apologizing for it. The guy just refuses to apologize for anything. Which lets you know...
Don't forget that he also turned the tables and was starting to blame like Bill Clinton and shit.
Yeah, like he refuses to, A, take responsibility for shit that he obviously done that anyone with 2 seconds in a Twitter account can look up. And 2, refuses to apologize, which lets me know that not only do you refuse to take responsibility, but you yourself don't believe you did anything wrong. Because that's what you do when you do something wrong. You apologize, you admit your mistake. He has A, admitted no mistake, and B, not apologized. So not only do you not think you didn't do anything wrong, but you would do it again because you're not even sorry for it.
True.
And I don't know why that's not speaking volumes to people in our country. Like, if we're doing all these attacks on character, how is this not part of that? Like, how is this not something like you people notice everything about Hillary? Like the smallest thing, her emails. If she laughs wrong in front of the camera, you think there's something wrong with her. She has a brain seizure. Or she's got. What did they? Someone accused her of Parkinson's because she shook too much when she laughed. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous bullshit like that. Trump can openly admit to all the horrible, heinous shit he's done, like avoiding to pay taxes and openly admitting to grabbing women by the pussy whenever he wants. I mean.
And possibly raping a 13-year-old girl back in 2004.
I don't understand.
Don't forget about that
I don't understand. And the majority of his voters are those redneck voters who claim to be living by some moral compass where, I would never steal. No, that's why we got to send all the Mexicans back. They're criminals. They're criminals. You're fucking supporting like a person 10 times worse, 100 times worse than any of those fucking Mexicans you hate. Just admit you're fucking racist. You don't have to just drop the moral high ground bullshit, admit you're racist, and at least I'll respect you a little bit. But to sit there and act like you want them gone because they might rape or kill or whatever moral high ground you think you have, comparing them to everything that Donald Trump is, because I'm fairly positive that if Donald Trump could get away with murder, he would, and I'm still not 100% sure he hasn't already raped somebody.
Well, like I said, we'll find out in that lawsuit later.
The way he treats and views women as objects is like right in line with the mentality a rapist would have to have. Don't believe me? Ask Bill Cosby. Because if we thought Bill Cosby was too good to rape, you are out your fucking mind if you think Donald Trump wouldn't rape somebody if he could and get away with it.
Very true. Not to mention the amount of times he talks about doing I
don't understand this mentality of putting that asshole up on a fucking pedestal. Like, I don't understand I don't understand the mentality other than he gives you justification for your racism, so you like him. But you can't admit that because that makes you look bad. So you stand behind... Right. Yeah, that's the only reason it makes sense. It's the only way it makes sense. The absolute only way it makes sense. Because he says all the racist bullshit you wish you could say and get away with it, and if he is speaking for the entire country, not only is he saying the racist shit that you want to say, but he may actually do some of those racist laws that you wish were real. He's your fucking racist fantasy come true. He's your racist leader come true. But you can't admit that it all he has to do with racism and sexism. You can't admit that it's because there's things you don't like, and those things have nothing to do with the person. It has to do with what color they are or what they have between their legs. You won't admit that that's the reason that you like him because that makes you look bad. And if you're intelligent people, here's a good rule of thumb for life. If at any point in time you're scared to admit something because it might make you're scared to admit something you're doing because doing that thing might make you look bad, that's a good reason. That's a good indication that you should probably stop doing that thing.
Very true. Not even gonna deny that.
It's just the fact that he's made it this far. And you know what? You know what? And this is where I get hate from even people that are on my side. This is where death gets a little crazy. Part of me kind of wants him to win. It's a part of me that I hate, but part of me kind of wants him to win, and not for the reasons you're thinking. Not for some hilarious, jokey reason like, let's just see how bad it can get. But Trump is like a burning hot pan on a stove. And right now, America is like a toddler. I know this because I have a toddler. And some things you can't teach them with words. They have to learn from experience. And I've told my...
You think they already would have after the Holocaust?
I've told my daughter 100 times that pan on the stove is hot. And it will burn you. But because she doesn't know what a burn feels like, and she doesn't know what hot feels like, that doesn't mean anything to her. The only way she learns fire is hot and getting burned sucks is to touch that pan. So I have to let her hurt herself so she'll learn a lesson. And I think that might be what America needs. Is because, think about it, we just had Obama. Like the last 4 presidents, it's been a cycle of the same thing. Somebody gets elected, be it Bush or Obama or whoever, somebody gets elected, and it's the same shit every time. This country's going to hell in a handbasket. This is the worst shape our country's ever been in. But I think the only way they're going to really know what the worst shape is to experience it. So they'll have a reference of comparison in the future. So now when you elect somebody else, literally any other politician with even a hint of experience would be better than Donald Trump. So at that point, whoever you elect after him isn't going to be that bad. And I think that's the eye-opening experience that they need, is it's going to be enough to make America actually start paying attention to the job the president's doing and not how popular they are or where they put their penis.
Is this going to be before or after the world ends?
It's not going to be that bad. I'm going to be honest with you. Here's what's going to happen. This is where the danger is going to come in. All right, if Donald Trump gets elected, it's not going to be the end of the world. In fact, it's not even going to be the end of our country. Because the presidency doesn't work like that. He's not a dictator. He doesn't just make rules that become things. As much as he would want you to believe that he says something and it becomes law, that's not the way our country works. So he's gonna get elected, and he's gonna propose crazy things, and our Congress is gonna shoot them down. And then they're gonna propose sane and normal things as a compromise, and Donald Trump, being the salty child that he is gonna veto those things. So we're gonna be at a 4-year stalemate as far as laws and policies are concerned, where nothing changes. So if you don't like the way Obama has America right now, don't vote for Trump, because that's the way it's going to stay for the next 4 years. We're going to be at a stalemate where nobody gets anything done. The danger that comes in is the shit that he could say and do that might accidentally piss off another country and start a war. 3 a.m. Twitter feuds with Kim Jong-un. Looking too chummy with Putin. There's things that he could do that would make our country worse. As far as the policies, the tax laws, all these things that he's claiming he's going to do with the wall and deportation, it's not going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. And for that reason, Congress is going to shoot down everything he proposes, and out of spite, he's going to veto everything they propose. So for 4 years, nothing will get done if he's president. And I mean that. Nothing. except the inadvertent pissing off of other countries he might do by accident by saying something stupid on television. That's the only thing that can come from this presidency. And that's where America will learn its lesson. Because 4 years with him in office and nothing changing and things getting worse because now we've lost allies or, we've been attacked by somebody, God forbid, will teach America a lesson. That you don't need an outsider to be your president. There's a reason why politicians get elected to be president. There's a reason why you want a politician to run your politics. For the same reason that you wouldn't want a child driving your taxi cab. It's dangerous. That child doesn't have any experience driving. You wouldn't put a 10-year-old behind the wheel. You shouldn't put someone without experience behind the Oval Office. But if electing him is the only way you're going to learn, then so be it.